All right, here we go. All right, week seven of the NFL season, 2024 season. Got a lot on our plate today because my buddy Tony was not able to post, so he sent me some information. I have to do my picks, have to do his picks, and I also have to read something that he sent me because I lost our bet last week again. So, like I said, we're going to do a week in, week out record, but also going to do overall record because I have to find a way to make some headway here. He sent me his picks, but as soon as I saw that he couldn't make his video, he's in an outage down in Texas. We both I did nuclear engineering, he did electronics, I did mechanics in the United States Navy. LinkedIn! Whatever. So he's in an outage right now. I normally go through outages in the spring, like April and May. Operations and mechanical and training. So that being said, Tony, this is for you. I'm gonna go through my picks. Last week I was winning until I picked two New York City teams that play in New Jersey. The Giants lost and then the Jets lost. So I was up one until those games, and then I lost last week by one game. I was thinking Jets couldn't beat Buffalo. Woke up in the morning, the first thing I said, I said a lot of things I'm not going to say on here, just in case kids are watching. All right, my picks. Let's go through this and see what I have. And then I'm going to hit to my phone and do my required Tony picks for him this week, and then read what I have to read. I'm doing this all cold, except for my picks. I'm doing it cold because I think that's more fun that way. All right, Detroit versus Minnesota. I am not a Minnesota hater at all. They're going in a great run. I think they're in line to do very well in the NFC. This is going to be a very big game. I do believe Detroit is going to win this game. They absolutely smoked the Cowboys, which every Eagles fan loves. Excuse me, seeing that, especially on Jerry Jones' birthday. I love that, very much so. Jerry Jones, don't fire anybody. Keep doing exactly what you're doing right now. I want you to continue running the team exactly the way you're doing. It makes every Eagles fan happy that you are exactly what the NFL needs from the Dallas Cowboys. So if I can encourage you here from Philadelphia, no negative words whatsoever. I want you to continue doing the job that you do. It makes us all very, very happy. Go Birds! Yes! So Detroit, they're going to beat Minnesota today. Tennessee versus Buffalo. Buffalo wins that game. They're kind of like a little bit on a slide. I think that's kind of interesting. But Buffalo rebounds and beats Tennessee today. Miami versus Indy. I'm picking Indy. Miami has looked like garbage recently. Bless you. Miami has looked like garbage lately, so I am picking Indy based off of that. Seattle versus Atlanta. I have a hard time picking a team that loses to the Giants the way that they did, and Atlanta obviously beating us. I'm a little biased when it comes to that, but it is what it is. I'm going to pick Atlanta for that, even though the Eagles haven't beat Seattle since, like, I don't know, in forever. We lost to Atlanta, and I don't feel great about today's game, but whatever. The Texans versus Green Bay. The Texans are they only have like one loss in the season, so it's kind of like a surprising team of the AFC South. But I'm picking Green Bay because there's a feeling in me. The Texans just don't seem like this juggernaut team that I expect to go any distance whatsoever in the AFC. But then I'm looking at the AFC and like, who's really there? I mean, you got Kansas City. Don't get me started on that. We'll talk about it in a second, or not. Buffalo. Who else do we really have? Pittsburgh kind of doing their thing, but I don't know. I just don't feel strong about this. So I'm going with Green Bay. Cincinnati versus Cleveland, the Battle of Ohio that nobody cares about. Cincinnati wins and starts trying to get on a streak, but Cincinnati gets that. Us versus the Giants. Go Birds. You know I'd never pick against the Eagles. I don't feel great about this because we barely beat the Browns. We dominated them except for on the scoreboard, which is always very dangerous. You can keep a team that has fight in it, and kind of like what we're dealing with in we dealt with in the playoffs. That the one team I didn't want to see was the Mets. The one team right now I don't want to see is somebody that knows it very well, like the Giants. So this could be a letdown game, but I'm not going to pick it that way. I think the Eagles, especially with the return of Saquon Barkley, hopefully there's some extra juice. And also, Kellen Moore hopefully is calling more of the plays because it has not been going good. We've been looking at those scripted plays of the first 15 of the season. We're the only team in the league that has not scored points in the first quarter. Ugh. Sirianni, if you do listen to any fans and some level-headed fans, I'm not going to be yelling at you in the stands and you yell back at them, whatever. It's very clear that whatever's working is not working. Whatever you're doing is not working. You got to do something different because that scripted plays should yield at least a field goal, if not a touchdown. You should have enough time to do so. I think today is the day that we do so. Okay. The Raiders versus the Rams. I'm going the Rams. Carolina versus Washington. I'm going Washington. Washington's a strong team this year. KC versus 49ers. Now, I'm picking KC because it's a no-brainer pick. But for some reason, I feel like there's a potential upset in the making. A way to give life back to the 49ers and a redemption game for Super Bowl stuff. I mean, the last two Super Bowls, the 49ers and us against Kansas City, and we know how that ended, and it's not pretty. So I can feel like the 49ers can pull out a victory here for so many different reasons, but I'm still going to go with KC and the Raps. Yeah, I said it. Whatever. It is what it is. I'm going KC and the Raps against the 49ers. Pittsburgh versus, no, the Jets versus Pittsburgh. It's in Pittsburgh. Initially, I was going to want to pick the Jets because the Jets are getting, was it Davante Adams, which everybody knows is our favorite target of Aaron Rodgers. I was talking to the Sun, and I had him say, if something's close in my head, which one do you pick? And he picked the Steelers. I think this is what puts the Steelers into that different kind of conversation when they beat the Jets today. Not saying the Jets are some powerhouse team, but I think the Steelers are very well coached, and I think today is what's proven. Regardless of what starting quarterback they have, everybody's talking about Russell Wilson lately. I just think now I think Pittsburgh does pull this out. It's going to be a close game. I think Pittsburgh pulls it out. Baltimore versus Tampa Bay. I'll be honest with you, I want Baltimore to win because Tampa Bay has actually been doing very well. I want to see if Baltimore is in that upper echelon of AFC teams that are going to be vying to represent them in the Super Bowl. And this is the game I think will potentially put them in that place. When they beat a good, I think Tampa Bay, more than just because they beat the crap out of my Eagles, fair and square, but I think Lamar Jackson deserves to be in some different conversations that he's not in, and Baltimore pulls this out after beating Washington, which I can't believe I'm saying this right now, but Washington's a very strong team this year. I am not looking for, as an Eagles fan, I am not looking forward to playing Washington, so Baltimore pulls this out against Tampa Bay. And then I'm kind of surprised with myself, the Chargers versus the Cardinals. I'm picking the Chargers on this. It just seems like they always start making a run. This reminds me all the way back to even like the LaDainian Tomlinson era, where they start off crappy in some sense, and then they just start building momentum, and then they go on a run to be a level of relevant in that team that that can make noise in the playoffs, and people kind of don't want to play. Peyton Manning definitely didn't want to play them. So I'm going with the Chargers. I did not pick, the Patriots at Jacksonville. It's over in London, because by the time I started doing this video, I already saw that it was 25-10 Jacksonville, which I'm actually kind of surprised. Realistically, I would have probably picked the Patriots because Jacksonville looked like trash, but I can't, in good faith, pick knowing what the score was when I started the video, so I'm just being very honest about that. Getting into Tony picks, now I'm going to go right on my phone and do this cold, because as soon as I realized he couldn't do the picks, I closed my phone and did some other stuff. Oh wow, so we won't count the game, but he did actually, and he sent me this at 7:37 this morning, so he did actually pick the Jags, which I find interesting, so we won't count that. He has the Falcons, the Colts, the Lions. He picked the Eagles. Tony, you picked the Eagles. Woo! This is the first time you picked the Eagles. So far, we're all on the same page. So you have the Falcons, so do I. The Colts, so do I. The Lions, the Eagles, the Bills, so do I. The Bengals, me too. We're different in this one. You picked the Texans. I picked the Pack. Okay, fine. We both picked the Rams. We both picked the Commanders. We both picked the Chiefs. We both picked the Steelers. You picked the Bucks. I picked the Ravens. And we both picked the Chargers. So we only have 2 games. We only have 2 games that we're off on. The Ravens and the Bucks are different, and the Texans and the Packers. This is interesting. Okay, so we're really looking at 2 games here. The other thing that I have to do, I'm opening this back up. I have to look at my email because he sent me something that I have to read at the end of my video, which is now. All right, where's it at? This sucks. Here you go, buddy. I wrote this and what you have to say below. You can read it if you want to, or you can react live to it when you do your video. This is nothing in there bad about your team. In fact, I even have to say go Birds at one point. Love you, bro. Hope this streak continues. I hope this streak doesn't continue, Tony, because I keep losing to you, but this is Will's letter. Okay, so, okay, all right. I'm going to read this letter now. Okay. William Elizabeth Tolbert. My middle name is not Elizabeth, or whatever. I, William Elizabeth Tolbert, I am the worst football pick'ems player to ever do it. I bow down. I bow down to Texas Tony in all of his amazing glory. This sucks. I hate doing this. Damn. It says damn. That sucked. But hey, a bet is a bet. And I think I have proven that I am a man of my word, and I'll pay up on a bet when I have to. Ugh. Okay, so now that reading that letter is over, I want to say something. Those of y'all that know me know that I hate keeping secrets, and I really just like to speak my mind. Well, there's been this thing about this thing that's been weighing on me for quite a while. And you know what? I'm tired of keeping this part of me a secret. I need to be me. Finally, be the real me, you know? No more hiding who I really am to everyone. Everyone, including the people that love me most. I do not want to know what comes next, but whatever. Okay, here we go. I see this. You're Tony. Ugh, Philly cheesesteaks suck. They just do. I mean, come on, let's face it. You take this magnificent, glorious ribeye, a cut of beef sent down from the heavens, and what do? We freeze it. No, we don't freeze it. Anyway, we freeze it, cut into these little slivers, and put it into a soggy bun. And if that wasn't enough to have the audacity to put Cheez Whiz on it, too. I don't know. Doll it up, I guess. It's ridiculous. It's like taking a Bentley and throwing the accessory aisle at AutoZone on it. And don't give me this, yeah, but we also put bell peppers and onions on it crap. Congratulations, you did the bare minimum. You took something beautiful and turned it into dog water flavored crap. You know what? That's why I'm going to Texas at the end of this football year. Finally, I'll be able to taste this thing I've heard about called seasoning. I don't know if y'all realize this, but there are 18 total weeks in the NFL season, and I have already lost 5 of them. That means I'm halfway to losing this whole thing, and will get to travel to the great state of Texas. By the way, have you checked out my God Bless Texas music video on YouTube? I really put my whole heart into it. And you know what? I think it awoken something inside of me, deep inside. The heart of Texas. Okay, sorry about all that, but I really just can't keep lying to everyone anymore. You know what? I couldn't keep lying to myself anymore. Man, that feels good. I feel free. Does that make sense? I feel like I can finally be who I have always wanted to be. Alright, I'm going to end this video now, but I just need everyone to know that, except for the first part this was all me. I, William Elizabeth Tolbert, wholeheartedly feel what I said down to my bones. As surely as I say, go Birds, I meant everything I said. So next time when you hear me say, go Birds, I want everyone to remember what I said, that I absolutely 100% believe it. Do you know how much this hurts? Do you know how much this hurts? Alright, my Birds need to win today. I am done for this week. That was Tony. Go Birds. Beat the stinking Giants. New York, beat the stinking Dodgers. I can't believe I'm actually saying that, but yes, beat the Dodgers. And at least this week, the Cowboys can't lose because they have a bye week. Go Birds. See you, Tony. Talk to you later. Bye.